Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Looney Ballooney Learning Center. My name is Tess, and for this video we are going to show you how to create a tie-in that doesn't already exist, or to not use the one that already exists because it's in the wrong spot. For example, this number 4, it's 4s and 7s and 5s have weird placement for their valves. So you can't use, say we take our little base that we've made, we can't tie it in because you're going to be off and crooked this way. So there's two options. We could glue it in, which very often I do, or we can create a tie-in down to the bottom here. Okay, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do, because a lot of times it's easier to create a tie-in than to glue it all in, because when you glue it, it can be tilted and that sort of thing. So this is what I do to prep my numbers. I take the silly UPC code. Manufacturers, if you're listening, please stop putting the UPC codes on our balloons. Okay, and the other thing I would really love to stress, this is a huge pet peeve in my world, please cut off your tabs. It gives it a nice, clean, finished look, and it just makes me happy. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to, pardon me while I go off screen for a second, take one of our glue dashes, and we are going to simply glue that valve out of the way. We're going to put that right there. We're going to get rid of this little guy because he bugs me. Okay, make it nice and clean. So now we're going to create a tie-in right here. And we are going to do that. Let's see if I can get this in here for you. With a 260, I like to take and stretch them out, make it flat by getting all the air out of there and then tying it off. So now it's like a rubber band, right? Then we are going to take our tape gun, lay this on here. We're gonna tape that on, one across. There's 3 pieces of tape, okay? So we make like an H with it. One across your 260, you can see there, and then across that one next to the 260, so horizontal. We have 1 vertical, 2 horizontal pieces. And that makes sure that that horizontal piece does not come off. Then we tie this together, double knot, and suddenly we have a tie-in for the number 4. Okay, we're going to bring our base in. We're going to pull this down and around, right underneath, and we are going to double knot that 260 underneath. The extra length you can either cut off or leave like that. And just like that, we have a 4 that's tied in nicely. It's straight. Sorry, right way to the camera. And there you go. So you can see that that gives you an opportunity to get it to sit correctly. All right. So one more time, I'm going to show you this balloon. Now this is not one I would ever use on a base like that, because this guy is going to be in your way. But for graduation, if we're doing a garland and we want it tied in so it lays flat, let's pretend there's a balloon garland on there, or a balloon wall. We need to tie it into that and have it facing front. If we were trying to tie in with the nozzle, it would be like this, right? And we don't want that. So in order to do this so it lays flat, we do the exact same technique with another 260. We're going to stretch it out to get all the air out of it, tie it off so it's nice and flat. So this is going to be the exact same thing. I'm going to lay it flat. I do this a lot when I'm making anything for outside, because Gluing it is not an option on a windy day. So I use the added insurance of using this tape method. Now you can use packing tape. I've seen people use Gorilla tape. There is this stretchy bond tape, balloon bond tape, that is also very good. It's a little expensive though. So everyone, all my mentees and everyone who knows me knows I am cheap. I am going to find the cheapest way to do something. And this is it. With the packing tape, it works just as well, and it stays wonderfully. So there you go. You can see I did the one horizontal bar to get my 260 to stay, and then 2 supporting vertical bars of tape to hold it on. And you can see that's not going anywhere. I can't stretch that anymore. All right, and then you would take and tie this right into your balloon garland on the wall so it sits flat and nice. All right, a wonderful trick from the professional's toolbox, okay? And I see the videos or pictures where people have put their foil balloons and they're sticking out this way. Please don't do that. Please make sure they sit flat. This is the money shot. You want to show what's on the front. You don't want to see what's on the top. All right? So I hope this video helped, and I really hope you love ballooning it yourself.